Let's get started. Good morning. Good morning, everyone, or whatever time you're watching, whatever time of the day it is when you're watching. So, let's see. We are here today, and I've got some interesting perspective for you today. So, let's get started in just one quick second. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. All right. So, how are you? How are you? I've been personally on a journey, literally physically. I've been traveling this past couple weeks, actually. So, I was telling somebody I feel a little disoriented. So, if I seem a little bit more scattered than usual, that's why. But let's dive in. Here we are. So, what am I doing? What am I sharing today? We usually call it just self-care Sundays, and I'm being a little bit more specific now, uh, because you guys all need themes, right? Like, what are we talking about? Why am I going to be listening to this? So, what are you missing? That's what I want to address today. What are you missing? And how do you find that out? How do you figure out what you're missing when you really don't even have a clue where to start? Because you may have heard about this pill or that pill, or this exercise or that exercise, or who knows what, so many different things, that you may have heard about, and and tried to use at different times, tried to um, you know who knows what. There's all different things out there these days, and that's great because we need all different things. So I'm not bashing that. I'm just saying, it can be overwhelming and confusing. And believe me, I'm in the same boat sometimes. I've been in the same boat. So where do you get started when you really need healing, when you really need peace, when you're really searching inside and outside for some solutions to a feeling of anxiousness, feeling of unrest, of not wellness? Okay, this can come in many different forms, and it can look and feel, you know, differently depending on what you're going through. But ultimately, it's just a feeling of not right, right? Do I got you? Something's not right. Maybe you just want more confidence, more sense, more energy, a bigger sense of well-being. That could be you as well. So either way, I welcome you. I invite you here to Be Well with Danielle. And in case you don't know me, I am Danielle Brisk of Be Well with Danielle. And I am so glad to be your health coach and energy healer to help guide you along your healing journey, no matter what phase you're in right now, whatever you're going through. There's something here for you. Okay, so ask questions, throw me comments, let me know what resonates with you, and we'll just dive in. All right. So, any announcements for today? Nothing pressing at this moment, but there will be a lot coming up. All right. So, we'll just leave it at that for now. All right. So, again, I am Danielle Brisk of Be Well with Danielle. And the way I break down and introduce healing and greater self-care and self-awareness to people is through 6 pillars. Okay. So I break it down to 6 pillars of holistic health and stress relief to make it really simple and more accessible and more easy for people for myself, first of all, and then for others to use and really think of in a systematic way, because we need systems, right? We need to understand things in a more structured way, in order to use them and get results. Ultimately, it's not about what our thinking is, it's about what we put into action. That's what makes the difference in our life. We can't think our way out of something. It has to be a visceral experience, something in the body, something very tangible, an action, something that we experience. Our train wreck thinking, as I call it, not going anywhere good, is not going to do the trick. And in fact, it gets us stuck, right? That gets us more and more feeling of stuckness. Okay, I know this very well. I've been there many a years, many a years, and felt stuck in that train wreck thinking. And I wondered, how am I going to get myself out of it? Okay, so the number one pillar that I learned, ultimately looking back and saying, okay, what are the big steps? What are the big steps that help guide people from, feeling totally lost, step by step by step. Number one, breathing. How we breathe. Do it with me. Do it with me. Don't wait. This is an experiential thing, right? You'll only feel a difference when you experience it, when you take it in as your own. Can you take even just 1 minute out of your day to breathe, to focus on your breathing? You can, but will you? Will you take 1 minute 3 times a day? I dare you. I dare you to do that. We're going to be having a challenge here in about a month where you will get to walk with me through this journey of incorporating life-changing habits into your life, into your daily practice. What effect will it have? You just got to wait and find out, I guess. Or maybe don't wait. Just find out. If you can't wait, believe me, you don't have to wait. But you do have to do it to find out. All right, so how we breathe is the number one pillar. How we think and speak, what we put out into our minds and the world makes a huge impact on how we feel. What we're telling ourselves as well as what we're telling others. Same thing, right? Same thing. Just a mirror. It's a mirror of what we're thinking. So could it be something that you're putting out, either projecting inwardly or projecting outwardly, that's causing you distress, that's causing you illness even? I dare you to find out. Put a number 2 if you can relate to this. Number 2, if you can relate. Have you ever thought something and then realized, oh, that's happening in my life. I'm actually creating that by my thoughts, by my words. I have. And it could be to the benefit, but most often it's not, because the reality is most often we're not being as conscious and as, particular about our words and our thoughts as we really could be to choose what we want to create. So there's a big difference between just talking and saying things versus saying it with intention, and talking and thinking with intention. So, all right. So could it be something in our thoughts and our words that are causing illness, causing unease? Very well could be. Number 3, so it's breathing, thinking. Number 3 is what we take in, nutrition. Is there something missing in your nutrition regimen, in your diet, something you're taking in? And that could be beyond just food. But, even there's a, huge subject just thinking about food alone. But what we take in or what we're missing from our nutrition is it makes a huge impact on our overall well-being. Why? How? I mean, okay. There's such a disconnect between our bodies, oftentimes, the way we're taught about our bodies and the reality versus, think about it like your car. Okay. Would anyone argue that, oh, the car should be able to function even if you don't give it gas? Would anyone think twice about that? Or, I don't really need to, maintain it and do the oil changes because, it should be able to function on its own, right? You don't really need to take care of it. That's what the owner's manual says, even though that's what everyone else does who has good cars. Doesn't matter. I can go without it. What would you think about if someone said that? If you were doing that? Are you doing that with your car? If you are, at least that, okay, I'm sacrificing, the longevity of this car, right? Or if you don't put gas in, you're not going to get very far, right? It's going to stop and that's it. It's going to say, okay, I'm done. No more. I'm done. Till you give me what I need, I'm done. Right? So what about you? We think we can run on crappy fuel. Just like, are you going to give your car crappy fuel and then think, it should still run? It should still focus. It just doesn't make any sense. So unless we're giving ourselves the fuel that our body needs, and our body needs a huge array of nutrition. There are some nutrients that it really needs the most. Yeah, there are some nutrients that it really needs the most, and we need to pay attention to that if that's in our diet or not. Because if it's not, then no wonder we're feeling like crap, right? No wonder we're not giving it the fuel it needs. So it's really pretty simple, but we have to know and understand what our body needs. So that's a huge science, in itself, and an art as well. Okay, and an art as well. But it's possible. There are foods and there are things that provide so many essential nutrients, that we really don't want to overlook that. We don't want to overlook that. Okay. So it's not as difficult. It takes thought, it takes consideration, especially these days, because most of the things that are called food actually take away from our health. Most of the things that are called food these days actually decrease our overall well-being, decrease our health, take away energy from us instead of giving us energy. So it's really tricky, especially these days, to really get the full nutrition that we need. Okay, that's a fact. That's a fact because there's so many refined and processed foods, refined sugars and carbs that have not only no nutritional value to us, okay, they actually strip our bodies of the nutrients. They make it harder for our bodies to actually absorb the nutrition that it needs. That's a fact. That's biology. That's how it works. I'm not making this up. Okay. So it's not just, because I don't like, certain foods. No, if I could eat all the junk food, in the world with it adding value to my body, great, sure, why not? But it doesn't. The reality is it doesn't. And there are ways to detox yourself in a really appropriate manner, in a way that makes you feel good, and stop being dependent on these foods that really, and addicted to these foods that really harm us. Okay, so that's a huge subject in itself, and I help walk people through that process so it's really as painless as possible. I promise you. I'm just, could be a sugar addict as much as anyone else. But when I realized the full extent that it was harming my body, I knew that changes had to be done. and that my body was missing key ingredients, and actually the sugars and the carbs were actually creating more of a lack, then the choice becomes clear to you. You have to decide, do you want to continue feeling like crap, or is it time, are you ready to start feeling better, to start having the energy and the drive you want, and the peace, because also more sugar creates more anxiety in the body. That also happens. That's a real biological phenomenon. Okay. So look at any little kid. You don't have to take my word for it. And you know that from experience too, right? I'm sure you do. So that's the third pillar is the nutrition, what we take in. The fourth goes hand in hand with that is detoxing, what we let go of. Okay. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on that right now, but essentially we got to make sure that we're eliminating regularly. We got to make sure that our digestive system is working properly to eliminate properly. And the reality is most people's digestive system is not able to function properly because of the food and the toxins that we are inundated with in our environment. The pesticides that are put on the food actually destroy the gut lining, period. That is what they do. It's a harsh reality these days that we are inundated with toxins from every angle. Okay. So there are things we can do and take that heal and help repair the gut lining. Okay. If that's something that interests you, if you want to start healing yourself, I've seen an incredible difference myself once the gut lining starts truly healing and reversing the effects of all the toxins in the food, in the environment, when we really has what it needs to heal, to repair itself. Because it does. Our body's incredible. It knows how to repair itself when it's giving the missing ingredients, when it's giving what it needs. Okay? So that's number 4. So we have breathing, our mind, what we take in, nutrition, and detoxing, what we let go of. Number 5 is how we live and move. Lifestyle. Lifestyle factors are huge. Okay. So main ones, sleep. Yes. Relationships. Yes. Environment, where we're living, what we're doing. So how we're moving. Are we moving throughout the day? We are bodies that need to move. We are made to move. We're not made to sit. No. Oh gosh. So if you have a job or something in your life that's causing you to sit a lot, then counteract that. Find ways to get up and move a lot. And it doesn't have to be a lot. You don't have to think, oh, well, I can't do it for an hour a day, or 2 hours a day, whatever. So it's not worth it. No, even a minute, 4 minutes. Can you do 4 minutes? 4 minutes. I know you can. 4 minutes of moving at a time. I know you can do that. So that's part of the challenge. I'm going to challenge you to do even just 4 minutes of moving 3 times a day. It's going to be simple and fun. I promise you. All right. Number 6 is our energy and how we connect. Are you connected and grounded with the earth? Our mother. It's called Mother Earth for a reason, isn't it? Mother gives us nutrition, gives us energy, vitality on a very cellular level, on a very, intimate level, essential level. So, are you connected with your mother, with your Mother Earth, and connected with the environment around you, with the people around you, with yourself? So I help teach people energy healing as well, and provide energy healing assistance for people remotely. That's a key component because most of what happens in this world is in the unseen part. What do I mean by that? We flick a switch, electricity turns on. We don't think anything of it these days. That's unseen to us. The energy itself that's transferring is unseen, but yet that creates all the electricity, all the gadgets and things that we use these days. It's all runs on something that's unseen to us. So is it really that far hard to believe that most of the world that our thoughts are unseen and yet they create our reality? Hello, right? They create your experience to a large extent. So you can learn how to use energy more intentionally to help heal yourself, to provide healing and peace to yourself, physically, emotionally, mentally, and to others. If that's something that interests you, put number 6. Put number 6 in the comments. Okay? Let's do this. All right, so there you have it. Those are the 6 pillars of holistic health and stress relief that I teach people and walk people through in my Be Well with Danielle programs. Your missing piece, because that's the key. What is you're missing? What you are missing is going to be what's going to help you. It's all individual. What might help somebody else is going to be different than what helps you, right? So it's not by no means a one-size-fits-all solution. That's why we have these different pillars that we look at individually and dive into each one of them. Okay. So if you are looking for more peace and healing, stress relief, to learn how to integrate real health, real vitality, and also how to help others with this as well, then don't delay. Don't delay. Now, what is going to change in a month if you don't do anything, if you don't do anything different? What's going to change in a year, in 5 years? Anything's going to change if you don't? The reality is no. So are you ready to let go of the fear and anxiety that's ruling your life right now? Are you ready? Are you ready to find that missing piece? That's my question for you. All right. So what I usually do at the end of these sessions is end with a brief guided relaxation, guided meditation. Let's see. So let me guide you through a brief meditation and relaxation experience. So thank you so much for joining me, for taking your time, and I definitely hope that you experience greater peace and healing through this. And go ahead and share your experience with me afterwards. Let me know how it has affected you on all levels. So go ahead and close your eyes if you're comfortable, if you're ready to do that now. Feel your body on your seat, wherever you're planted yourself, if you're standing or sitting or lying down. Feel the connection below you. Become aware of that connection in relationship to you. The chair or whatever you're sitting on or connected with is rising up also to meet you. The earth, the floor underneath you is also rising up to support you. The air around you, in fact, is coming close to hug you. Feel that support. Acknowledge that everything around you is working for you. Choose to see and to experience the world in your life as being a gift for you. And as you settle into that, as you breathe into that feeling that everything in your life right now is a gift for you. How does that change your very feeling in your body, the very feeling in your body, the thoughts in your mind? How does that change your breath? Do you notice any shifting in your breathing? And go ahead, let's take at least 3 deep, slow breaths. So we're going to inhale and fill intentionally. Push the air, pull the air in as you're moving your diaphragm, your belly out. Pull the air in as deeply as you can, all the way down to your pelvic area, all the way up to your chest. Pull in, hold, and blow it out. As deeply as you can, compressing the belly in, squeezing it a little bit more, pushing all the air out. Hold it for a moment and inhale. Do that again. Hold, and exhale. Good. And again, after it's all the air is pushed out, and inhale. Filling the lungs, filling your whole body. And expand. You can even stretch your arms, stretch out. And blowing out. Very good. Very good. And then let's move into a more meditative breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Let's do a 5 count. So inhale, hold, exhale. Hold, and inhale. Hold, exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. And just notice your breath now. And just noticing your breath. If you want to stay in this place longer and continue doing the breathing on your own longer, just pause this video and continue. Come back when you're ready. And just noticing the effects that that had on you. Paying more attention to the space between the breaths. What happens inside of you when you focus on that space? Well, I invite you to continue exploring this and experiencing it, because this, my friend, is just one of those missing pieces to your missing piece. So, if you are ready to find your missing piece, then don't delay. Contact me now so we can go ahead and get started. And you can learn more about your missing piece, the program that I offer to walk people through amazing transformation. You deserve it. There's so much more waiting for you. All right. Many blessings to you. Many blessings. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Feel free to share this far and wide with your friends, anyone who you think could really enjoy and benefit from having more peace, more healing in their life. Thank you. Yep, there it is.